Isaiah chapter 40, verse 8, I believe. The question of how long will the word of God endure? How long will it last? How long will the word of God last on earth? The answer to that, forever, indefinitely, from till infinity and beyond. What's the Toy Story would say? Infinity and beyond. That's how long the word will last. Everything else will die and perish to obscurity, to oblivion. We're not going to care about what's going on right now. Even this video, if the internet is still around in 10,000 years from now, it's not going to matter. And this is why I tell people, take at least 5 minutes of your time dedicated to God, dedicated to reading the Bible. Stop looking at the accuracy of the Bible. Let's look at the message of the Bible. I don't care about the historical accuracy of the Bible. You take the message from that and you apply it to your life. Because when we're talking about the Word of God, we're talking about the Bible, we're talking about the idea of doing the right thing. Living in righteousness has always been around. We just didn't have paper and staples and pens and pencils to write it. But now that because understand, when there was no paper, there people would use the oral things were passed down through oral tradition, where everything was through word of mouth. So the word of God will last on forever. But what's going on right now, people are not going to care anything about in the next 50 to about 100 years. How do I know? Perfect example. Anytime we talk about a month of history or commemoration of any people or struggle, they never talk about the history. They never research on the history of that month. They spend more time complaining about their current status, but not learning about any history. And you know why they don't learn about history? Because they don't care about history. Pride Month was last month. How many people have actually read? I'm not going to say a lot of gays aren't well read, because a lot I've known were some were well read, but a lot don't even know about the Stonewall riots. A lot don't even know about the fact. Well, most know that it was it was a criminal charge to masquerade. They called it masquerading as like if you dressed up as a female, that was considered masquerading and you would go to jail for it. England, I believe, they they um they they I'm trying to think of the word, but homosexuality was was non-criminalized in England before the United States. I know that you could go to jail for that back in the day, but the point I'm making is nothing, no month is dedicated towards learning about history. I feel like if any group, it's more about complaining and whining about the things that you don't have. But history, what's going on right now, will not matter in the next 200 years. Carmelo Anthony will not matter tomorrow. Well, he won't. Well, I'm not saying tomorrow. Carmelo Anthony will not matter in the next 500 years. They're not even probably going to talk about Carmelo Anthony. Once again, tell me, one person tell me one thing that happened in the year 1905. That's my point. If you're thinking to yourself, man, what happened in 1905? I could just think of people's birth. Someone being born in 1905. And even I'm having a hard time thinking about somebody born in 1905. Like the most I could probably do, I could name you somebody that was born in 1908, and that's Lyndon B. Johnson. I'm pretty sure he was born in 1908 because I'm pretty good remembering numbers. But I can't really tell you anything that happened in 1908, and guess why? Because people don't care about what happened over 100 years ago, 118 years ago. It doesn't matter, and this stuff that's going on in the world right now doesn't matter. But the word of God will live forever, and you need to internalize that book, get familiar with it, listen to music about it. If you want to start off, look at this how I did it. Start off with people complaining about religion, debating about religion, but just keep that spirit in you. Just how you can recite rap music. You want to recite Bible verses and Christian and gospel music the same way, because that's what the soul needs. It just needs that. That's all I can tell you about that. But the word of God will live on forever. There is no end. It's no end of the word of God. But everything else has an expiration date. Even this channel does.